longest, shortest month is finally over. February was a huge mess. This recap is going to be a little bit more personal because I was having a really hard time this month and I want to explain where my head was at and get some things off of my chest a little bit so I can start March nice and fresh. So I'm going to talk about some of the bigger events first and then move to smaller stuff and then the mental health stuff. Starting with Valentine's Day, honestly, my boyfriend and I didn't do anything crazy. We stayed home and we ordered fancy burgers from one of our favorite places. We don't get it very often, so it was a nice little treat. I also got to try my first Shamrock Shake. I got a large and it was too much. It tasted like minty Fruit Loops milk, which I wasn't expecting, but it wasn't bad, so. I also posted a Valentine's video on the hub. It's kind of cute, so hopefully I was able to keep you company this Valentine's Day. If you haven't watched it yet, it isn't too late to check it out. Moving on, I mentioned in the past month recap that my girl cat Sophie has been in heat and driving us crazy. After taking her to her first vet checkup, we finally got to get her spayed, thank God. It all went smoothly and she's healed up nicely. I think this definitely took more of a toll on me than it did her. When she came home from her surgery, I was already so stressed out and panicked and a mess. Her and her brother cat Mordu immediately started fighting and I was freaking out and had to keep them locked in separate rooms because obviously I didn't want anything like happening to her when she was trying to heal. Then it was a whole stressful thing to reintroduce them to each other because she was confused and she just wanted to see her brother, and then he was confused because she smelled different and was on medication, and obviously I can't explain that to them, so I was just like hovering around them ready to throw myself into the fight if anything happened. But they came around and are friendly with each other again. But that isn't even all of the drama with this. I was supposed to put a cone on her, but as soon as I did, she freaked out and started running into things, so I made the executive decision that that stress was probably worse for her than if she licked her incision a little bit. And I was like monitoring her, obviously. I called the vet like a million times to ask questions because I was like so freaked out, I swear to God. And I also cried a lot. I had to go to work one of the days and I literally made my dad come by the apartment to check on her. And I'm very, very thankful he did that to ease my mind, even though I was kind of going insane and it really wasn't necessary, but I was panicked. And this still isn't even all of the drama, okay? So because Sophie was healing so well, she was jumping on things and running around, playing, acting like everything was normal, which basically caused me to have multiple heart attacks. I slept on the couch in hopes that she would stop trying to jump in our bed because we've got like a really high bed. So I slept on the couch. And I'm very glad that I don't have to do that anymore. It was not fun. Also, I had to like hold her down and give her medication through an oral syringe, which was horrible. I wanted to be so delicate with her because like she just had surgery, but she made that very difficult. Then when she went back to the vet for her post-surgery checkup, I was so worried, but then they told me that everything was fine and I could breathe again. Thank God. And I was so thankful for the vet because TMI, Sophie had the runs a little bit and I couldn't clean her butt up very well. And I didn't want to like hold her down and stress her out after surgery, right? So the vet ended up giving her a little haircut for me, which was totally not their job, but it really makes it worth it that I paid the extra money to go to like a private clinic and they love her there. Anyway, I'm so glad that's finally over. Also, another TMI, I don't know why my cats were having tummy issues this month because nothing in their diet has changed, but they've been puking everywhere, like more than normal, and Mordu also had the runs, and it got everywhere, and I was trying to film that day, and I had to chase him around and try and wipe his butt, and I also had to clean up like the freaking streaks he was leaving everywhere. It was so gross. The cats have been so nasty this month, and like I literally don't know why. But they're my little babies, so I gotta do what I gotta do and put up with all the grossness, I guess. I think it was last month's recap, I talked a bunch about my plants, so now I feel obligated to update y'all on my plant situation. So my bell pepper plant started flowering and I'm so proud of it. It's still super small, so I don't think I'm gonna get like a harvest or anything, but it means it's on its way, so it's good. And my money tree came back to life and is growing new leaves and doing amazing, which is a relief. Bring on the good energy, I need it. My hydroponics garden is doing great too. I only have 2 more seeds that need to sprout, but everything else is doing fantastic. Lettuce is thriving and like already huge, and the basil smells amazing. I've had to start trimming the roots because they're growing so big actually. And to be honest, I'm kind of debating buying another hydroponics garden and a ton more seeds. I don't know why, but I'm like really obsessed. I love it. Maybe I should talk about some more exciting stuff other than cats and plants now, though. I get so carried away because those are probably the 2 like biggest things in my life other than working, so hope y'all don't mind my little tangents. I don't know if you guys know this, but National Pizza Day was this month. I love stupid little celebration days like that. We planned on ordering pizza, but then my boyfriend had like a really long day at work and wasn't in a good mood, so he just went to bed and I celebrated Pizza Day by myself with a frozen pizza. But it was still good. Any excuse to eat pizza is good, I think. I got a new phone, which was really exciting. It was a mess, though. I'm still kind of irritated about it, honestly. So I went to Best Buy thinking I'd be able to just go in, buy a new phone, and leave, but it is never that simple. I went in and was looking at the options. I didn't really have a game plan. I just knew I wanted to upgrade. The Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra is the phone I ended up getting. I thought they'd have it in store, but then I had to pre-order it instead, which took forever. The guy had to ask for my ID like 6 times, and then I paid with cash, and they didn't even have any cash in the till, which was kind of crazy to me, so I don't know. The guy told me I could keep my plan the same and everything, so I was like, oh, that's great, way less hassle. But then he didn't tell me how much money I would actually have to pay for the phone up front. I've only ever gotten $0 down phones that you pay off monthly. I don't know why, it's just a thing I do. But this one needed an upfront payment along with the monthly lease or whatever. So when I went in to get the phone, it was really fun hearing that I had to pay like $800. I ended up trading my old phone in to save a chunk of money, but it literally took like 4 hours to transfer all of my stuff to the new phone. It was ridiculous. I literally left and let them keep both phones because I was tired of sitting there. Though, thankfully, when I came back to get it, all the paperwork and everything I had already done, so I was able to just grab it and leave. But holy cow, I really don't remember buying phones as being such a hassle. I don't know. Next time, I'm definitely just going to do it online. But hopefully this new phone's going to last me a while. I really like it, but like, damn, that process to get it. Oh my god. I've been convincing my boyfriend that we need to go on more dates. So we went to see Death on the Nile in VIP. To be honest, I didn't like the movie at first. I thought all the characters were just dreadful. But the ending actually made everything a million times better, which was nice. And to be honest, when we go see a movie in VIP, it's less about the movie and more about the food and drinks. I got a fishbowl and was kind of surprised I actually made it through the movie without peeing my pants. It was big. So hopefully more date nights to come. My boyfriend was also super sweet and gave me money for a little shopping spree this month. He knows I hate spending my own money, but knew it would make me happy to get some new clothes. So that was really considerate of him. I went on the shopping trip with my parents, which was actually really fun because we went thrifting and I got a bunch of cute new stuff. And then they also took me out to eat. And even though I don't have like a huge support system or anything, I was really grateful that the people closest to me noticed I needed some extra help this month and gave me the assistance I needed. Lots of love all around. And now I'm gonna catch you guys up on my work situation this month, of course. I was working at my real life job a lot more than normal this month. We had tons of stuff going on at the store, so it was a bit hectic, but nothing too bad. It was almost more relaxing for me to be there than at home, honestly, because I was pushing myself like really, really hard this month. I didn't upload as much as I had planned because I needed time, and I don't know where all my time went this month, because usually I'm really good at scheduling myself and not overdoing it, but this month everything just exploded in my face. I was filming like crazy and couldn't catch up on editing. I posted brand content like my Tantally videos on here and on the hub, and my Big Shocked videos on here and on the hub, but I was hoping to get more casual content in between the brand stuff, but that just ended up falling between the cracks, unfortunately. I really think I was about to lose my brain this month. I'm not gonna say specifics about this, but I had a very important video I needed to film, and I was having nothing but issues with it, which is really unfortunate because it's an amazing opportunity for me, but I had no idea it would be this difficult. It really, really took a toll on me, but I powered through it and finished it up, and I can't wait to see the final product. But that kind of leads me into the more personal part of this video. I'm going to be talking about my mental health a bit and kind of walk you guys through what was going on in my head this month. So that important video, despite being a fantastic opportunity for me, was incredibly damaging to my mental health. I could not for the life of me understand why, because I was so excited to film it and have fun and take on this opportunity. Didn't even click in my head that it would be so hard for me, but my struggle with it has to do with trauma. I learned a lot about myself from the situation, which I'm thankful for, even though I had to go through being a complete wreck this month to understand. But to start from the beginning with this little story, I was having so many issues with my GoPro. So I'm not good with technology at all, and I could not get it to work, and I'm not even going to go into detail about what the issues with it were, because honestly, after everything, I think I'm just going to sell it, which really sucks because I was excited about it originally, but it has caused me nothing but issues, so yeah. But already being super tense this month, that was like the end of the world for me and caused me to cry a lot for multiple days. But then there was hope. My boyfriend was able to figure out the settings after tinkering with it and trying his best to get me out of my depression. God bless him, truly. I know I would have just sunk away and things would have been like really bad without his support this month, so love him. But after that, I was able to take pictures with it and submit camera tests and whatnot and get everything approved. Then I had to move on to the actual filming. I had set a timeline for myself to have everything submitted by a certain time, so it was very embarrassing and felt very unprofessional to have to ask for an extension. Thankfully, everyone was very patient with me, but it didn't really make me feel any better, just because I'm so hard on myself, you know? The original day I had planned to film, I did. I had everything set up, makeup done, scene prepped, everything. Then I started filming, and immediately my cats wouldn't stop meowing at me, and everyone outside was so loud, I could hear them through the windows, and I couldn't get the words right, and it got so overwhelming. I took like 8 different intro videos, and none of them were satisfactory to my standards. Like I said, this video is really important, and I'm so hard on myself. I think it was mostly just in my head, but like I had to stop. I couldn't keep filming because it just kept getting harder and harder, and I cried a lot. The next couple of days, I didn't even want to get out of bed. My boyfriend literally had to carry me out of bed, and all I would do was cry. I even had terrible thoughts of relapsing self-harm, and I know that seems like so melodramatic, but it was really, really hard for me. And again, during this time, I didn't even understand why I was so deeply upset. It was just really heavy. This opportunity is amazing for me, and I wanted to do it, so why was everything so hard, you know? It was all out of my control, and that's what the issue was. I know I have a lot of issues with control, but it didn't even click in my head that that was what was going on. The pressure to perfect the video and send it away to someone else to edit is completely terrifying for me. And I know that's like really dramatic, but it is what it is. I have a lot of issues with control just because of who I am as a person, honestly, but also because of past trauma. So having control over my work and over my sexuality is very, very important to me. because for a long time I didn't have that. This is really hard for me to talk about, and I'm not even going into details. But once I was able to realize all this stuff, it made filming a lot easier. It wasn't easy, but it was easier once I realized. And I'm very glad that I did it. I debated giving up, but I don't think I would have been able to forgive myself if I had passed on an opportunity like that for myself. That being said, I do plan on cutting back on my upload frequency a little bit. I need to go easier on myself. It was kind of a wake-up call that I push myself to my limits, like, constantly, and it isn't healthy. And I want to be able to love what I do without sacrificing my mental well-being. I think my content will actually be even better once I stop pushing myself so hard to constantly go, go, go. I love you guys, and I really love what I do, and I don't plan on stopping anytime soon, I promise. Thanks for listening to my February 2022 month recap. I'm glad I got through this month, and I can't wait for what March has in store. I'm looking forward to giving myself a bit more time off and trying to bounce back from the toll this month took on me. So yeah, see you next month. Bye!